Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix from DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2 in my Wolf Vengeance campaign. Last time we left off, Melinda Shepard here was reintroduced to the audience after her being missing since like 2014 or whatever. And we woke up, we died in a massive fireball dramatic bullshit explosion, typical of science fiction. And we woke up to this base being under attack and some bossy lady telling us to get the hell moving again. So now it's time to head further on in and see what the hell is going on and why mechs are trying to brutally slaughter everyone here. But before we do any of that, we have to level ourselves up, as we haven't done that yet, and we do start out at level 5, courtesy of me importing a level 60 character into this game. So we're going to spread out our abilities a little bit into charge, I think, shockwave, pull, and one into assault mastery. We'll keep our last point for the next level up. And we have some Codex Entries, but a lot of these are for things that we're already going to know about. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through these Codex Entries that we already get off camera and see and make a note of if there are any that need special attention, because they're all that important. But seeing as we get so many of them in the start, I don't want to waste at least the next 2 hours going through every single entry when we will have seen some of these in Mass Effect 1. So we'll do that later. In any case, it's time to get on with things. By opening the door. I forgot for a second to look at the E button. And welcome everybody to the glory that is playing on Insanity difficulty. Where, as I said in the last episode, our shields are less shields and more thin sheets of paper.
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Who the hell are you?
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Okay, but it would be nice to know why we are being shot at by mechs. Any ideas on that front?
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
Okay, this is obviously not the time for questions. We are being shot at after all, so go on
It's
then.
your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Okay, spoiler alert. That's a hint that they want you to use Jacob's biotic abilities, and if you don't use them, those guys will just keep spawning forever. So make sure to use his abilities.
Just give the order and I'll hit them.
I thought I already did that. My bad.
That's it.
Impact imminent. Allied force casualty.
Falling back.
Backup systems engaged.
Falling back I don't know about.
I've lost shields.
Declining to call for any extra reinforcements on the other
Ready
hand.
to get the hell off this station?
I'd be willing to buy that. But yeah, question and answer time, because we still
Before
haven't
we
got a
go
goddamn
anywhere, I need
clue
some
what's
answers.
going on.
Sure. What do you want to know?
First of all, you mentioned something about how they spent
You
2
said they
years
spent 2 years
rebuilding me.
rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
That's what
I'm no
wanna know.
doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
Cutting edge, you say?
What do you mean, cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Yeah, sure, we're not a clone, but some of our organs might be cloned. If what we saw in that opening sequence is anything to go by, I would be willing to bet money on cloned organs being involved. But Project Lazarus... That's from Christianity somewhere, isn't it? I don't know for sure. Religion isn't exactly a speciality of mine. And I am not the most religious of people, so it's not something I know much about. But I'm pretty sure that's some reference to Christianity.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Well, seeing as we are very much not dead, despite most definitely dying of asphyxiation during that opening cinematic, I would say they did their job pretty damn well, wouldn't you?
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
And you two. We'll save the important one for last.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Yes, this would make things a bit exciting if you fire your gun that infrequently.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over
Yes,
the radio.
and she's kind of
Lost
a
contact
bitch,
just
I have
before
to
ran into
admit.
you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
Well, nothing good, I can tell you that much.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Okay, now let's get down to the one that Shepard really cares about, the crew of the Normandy.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Where are they at now? If you said it's been 2 years, they're obviously not still with the Alliance. I mean, excluding the fact that Rex, who I don't even know if Rex was on the ship when it exploded. Rex, Liara, Tali, Garrus, they weren't even Alliance personnel to begin with, so they wouldn't stick around with Shepard dead, probably.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
Well, we do want to find them, but this guy's a total stranger. Melinda does not know him, nor have any reason to trust him, so we're not going to share that information. So let's get going.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's get out of here.
You bet. We can get into the service tunnels through this door.
Now, let's check for loot and ammo for my gun and everything.
Log update. The Lazarus Project is about to enter the final phase.
There.
It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history. Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
Yeah, and maybe goats will talk, and maybe
Sleep mode
either
ended.
Quarians will decide to make Geth again. Those are about as likely.
Rerouting power. Requesting assistance.
Find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't
There
lead
we
straight
go.
into an enemy squad.
Just keep
What he
moving toward the
said.
control room. Don't. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Okay. Unfortunately for you, I'm more interested in searching this room than saving your ass.
Subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Okay then, we're done in there.
Jacob! Shepard! Down here!
Hi.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were checking on me that first time, right?
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yes, that.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
And yeah, this is one of the changes they've made to Metagel in this game. In the last one, Metagel was basically your healing potions. In this one, it's how you revive squad mates who get knocked unconscious. And Wilson is now joining us as a squad
Thanks,
mate.
Shepard.
So we get
Never
to
thought you'd
get him
save my
up
life.
like that.
Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Methinketh you doth complain too much. You're very suspicious, Wilson, and I don't trust any of you.
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe and then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not. I haven't met her in person, and we talked over the intercom a couple of times, and she's kind of a bitch, so I do not know Melinda's does not know Miranda well enough to make a judgment on that case. So yeah, maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
can overload the canisters to clear a path to...
Okay then, so what's up for me?
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Cerberus. Now, just to give a little bit of background for anyone who is not watching this immediately after seeing my Mass Effect 1 Let's Play, in the original Mass Effect, you run across Cerberus a couple of times. They're involved in a bunch of shady dealings, and they're basically a paramilitary organization that operates outside of the control of any one government. And they're involved in some morally sketchy things when you meet them. Morally sketchy even by Shepard's standard, and she got her entire squad killed on the one mission she's probably the most famous for. So yeah, that does not exactly fill us with much confidence. Now, Jacob said he was telling us so that we wouldn't worry about being shot in the back, but from what we know of Cerberus, I think learning that would make me worry more about being shot in the back, not less. But why would Cerberus save me? That's what I want to know.
I wiped out my share of Cerberus projects when I was a Spectre. Back then they were
You
trying
did
to kill me.
indeed.
Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade.
We
But
did
basically,
indeed.
things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too, but right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive man?
Elusive man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Yeah, let's go then.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
Renegade. Apparently, saying we haven't known Miranda long enough to trust her and such, apparently that gives us Renegade points. Which, this is a good time to highlight this, but I am really, to be honest, not fond of the whole Paragon Renegade system in this game. It's not something I like, just because it tends to expect you to be purely morally good or morally evil. And I do not like that at all. Hang on a sec. Let's see if I can't find what we're after here. There. Took me long enough. Some credits. But yeah, I don't like the Paragon Renegade system all that much, just because it tends to expect you to stick to one particular moral alignment, which doesn't fit my style of playing games that well, because I like characters that are able to be morally flexible and change their morality based on what type of situation they're in. I've sort of started getting into preferring that sort of character lately, rather than just the pure good or pure evil. I mean, being one singular alignment is cool sometimes, but the type of characters I tend to play tend to be more for lack of a better phrase, Machiavellian, in that they're not doing something because it aligns with their point of view or their political perspective. They're doing something because they think it's the most viable option under the circumstances they're in, which is the reason why Shepard got her squad killed on Torfa. Because she thought it was the most viable choice. Not because she wanted them to die or she was an evil person.